Sometimes heartbreak doesn't wear the mask of betrayal or silence. It doesn't arrive through slammed doors or unanswered texts. No, sometimes heartbreak looks you dead in the eye. It speaks clearly, calmly, and cuts deeper than any knife. Because words are powerful. And when a woman uses certain phrases, not once, not in passing, but with intention, she's telling you something vital. Not about the situation, about her, about the way she views you, your value, and the relationship. The tragedy? Most men miss it. We excuse it as a bad day. We rationalize it as she didn't mean it. But what if I told you? The most dangerous red flags don't wave in chaos. They whisper in conversations. They show up in 5 specific phrases, subtle, sharp, unforgettable. If she says them, you must leave. Not in anger, not to punish, but because a man who honors himself doesn't stay where he's slowly being unmade. Let's uncover them. 1. You're too sensitive. At first, it sounds harmless. Maybe she even laughs when she says it. A passing joke, right? But it's not a joke. It's emotional gaslighting in its purest form. Here's the setup. You open your heart. You speak up about something that felt off. Maybe the way she spoke to you in front of others, or how she interacted with someone else. And instead of leaning in, listening, or even disagreeing with respect, she dismisses you with a smirk. You're too sensitive. In that moment, she's not just brushing aside your feelings. She's telling you that your emotions are the problem, that your boundaries are annoying, that your masculinity is fragile. This isn't strength. It's control. A tactic to make you second-guess your instincts so she never has to examine hers. Remember this. A healthy relationship welcomes vulnerability. A real woman respects your emotional safety as much as you respect hers. If she turns your pain into a punchline, that's not connection. That's manipulation. And if she says it once, she'll say it again. Each time colder. Each time crueler. Until you stop speaking up altogether. Leave the first time. 2. If you can't handle me at my worst. You've heard it before. Probably more than once. It's coded in romanticism. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Sounds poetic. But in reality, it's emotional blackmail wearing lipstick. She's not asking for grace during difficult times. She's warning you. She doesn't plan on growing. She doesn't want to be held accountable. She wants your unconditional loyalty, even when she's careless, cruel, or unkind. This phrase isn't about love. It's about control. It's a loyalty test designed for you to fail, because no matter how much you give, she'll raise the bar. Her worst will get worse. And if you flinch, you're the problem. True partnership says, I'm trying. I want to be better. Not this is who I am. Deal with it. So deal with it by walking away. 3. You're just like my ex. Few things hurt more than being mistaken for someone you're not, especially when that someone broke her heart. When she says, you're just like my ex, it's not just a comparison. It's a condemnation. She's dragging a ghost into your relationship and chaining it to your identity. You forget to call? Suddenly, you're the man who abandoned her. You set a boundary? Now you're controlling like him. This isn't about you. It's about wounds she hasn't healed. And now, you're paying the price for damage you didn't cause. You are not a fixer. You are not a replacement. You are not a second chance for someone who still lives in the past. A woman who's ready for love sees you, not her history. If she doesn't, it's your cue to leave. 4. I don't owe you anything. It usually shows up when you ask for effort, when you express a need, when you want something as simple as honesty or reciprocity. And she responds with, "I don't owe you anything." Yes, technically, no one owes anyone anything. But in love, in commitment, in respect, this statement is a nuclear bomb. What she's really saying is, what you give doesn't matter. I'll take it, enjoy it, and offer nothing in return. It's the anthem of someone who wants freedom without responsibility. All the benefits, none of the burden. If you stay, you'll slowly vanish. You'll give and give and give until you're running on empty and being told that even that isn't enough. Remember, your time, your energy, your love, they are not free. And if she treats them like trash, it's not because she's unaware. It's because she doesn't care. Don't explain. Don't beg. Leave. 5. You're lucky to have me. Confidence is magnetic, but arrogance? Arrogance is corrosive. When she says, "You're lucky to have me," she's not affirming her worth. She's denying yours. She's positioning herself as the prize, and you as the desperate contestant. From here, the dynamic shifts. You'll start chasing, apologizing, trying to prove you are, in fact, lucky, just to keep her around. But here's what high-value men know. Love isn't a favor. Relationships aren't charity. In a true connection, both people feel grateful. Both contribute. Both respect the other's presence. The moment she stops seeing you as an equal, the relationship starts dying. You don't chase someone who thinks they're above you. You step away, proud, calm, resolved. Let her wonder what kind of man doesn't need reminders that he's enough. When her words speak louder than her actions. Not every warning comes with shouting. Sometimes, the loudest alarm is whispered through carefully chosen words. Words that test your boundaries, challenge your worth, and try to reshape who you are. The 5 phrases we've just explored aren't just slips of the tongue. They're signals. Each one reveals a mindset, a power play, or a refusal to grow. And while love asks for patience and empathy, it never demands your silence in the face of disrespect. A man rooted in self-respect doesn't stay where he's belittled. He doesn't wait for change that never comes. He doesn't confuse chaos with passion. He walks, not to punish, not to flee, but because walking away is a declaration. I know my value. I don't need to prove it to anyone who can't see it. So when her words start chipping away at your peace, don't argue. Don't plead. Don't wait. Leave. Leave with your dignity intact, with your voice unshaken, with your strength undiminished. And if you've ever been in this place, if you've been told you were too emotional, too demanding, too sensitive, just know, you are never too much. You were simply too awake to settle for less. If this message resonates with you, and you're ready to reclaim your power with quiet strength and clarity, then don't forget to like and subscribe to Fragments of Stoicism. Each week, we share real lessons for men who choose growth over games and substance over survival. Your boundaries aren't walls. They're doors. And you get to choose who walks through.